So here's a sneak peek at the suspension lift we'll be doing with the 4Runner. So as you can see, we went with Fox, and we went the Fox Performance Series 2.0s. Let me spend some time to tell you a little bit about why. So on my Tacoma, I had Bilstein 6112s, 5160s previously, and then upgraded to adjustable icons. And I really like the digressive valving of those shocks because I can take turns really tightly with minimal body roll, and then typically my truck's really heavy overlanding with a bunch of camping gear. However, the 4Runner is a little different. It's a daily driver for my wife, and it has the KDSS system. So the KDSS system provides a quite stiffer sway bar, which allows us to take turns with minimal body roll. Because of that, I think a KDSS 4Runner will benefit slightly less from a digressive valving system and may be more appropriate to have a linear or progressive system like Fox does. You get a comfortable ride without sacrificing body roll because you have your KDSS sway bar. So to tell you about the lift we got here, we went with the Performance Series because this is a little bit more of a medium build. We went with the 2.0s in the front. They provide 2 inches of lift in the front. And then we have a 1 inch spring for the rear. That's an iBox spring. And then a Fox Performance Series 2.0 with reservoir in the rear. And the reason I want that is because I want that adjustable clicker right there. Oh wait, no, that's right over here. And the reason I want that is because although I don't really have to adjust the front because we're not changing the weight on the front of the vehicle much, but when you're off-roading and camping and loading up a bunch of gear, it's a good idea to stiffen up the rear suspension a little bit with that clicker so you don't bottom out the rear. All right, let me show you some before measurements on the 4Runner so we can get an idea of how much it lifts the vehicle. So I quickly realized it's difficult to measure and film at the same time when you're by yourself. My wife is busy with the baby right now. But I did do the measurements. It's 19 1/4 in the front from the center hub to the bottom of the fender. And in the rear, it's different by 1/2 inch. The left rear is 22 inches and then the right rear is 21.5. So that's quite a bit of rake. That's 2.25 on one side and 2.75 on the other, which is why typically people, lift the front more than the rear. So I'm doing 2 inches in the front, 1 inch in the rear, so that'll eliminate about 1 inch of rake ideally from that. That's still quite a bit of rake. I probably could get away with not lifting the rear at all, but I did want to get some clearance. But we'll see how it looks, and we can always change things if we need to. And that's about it. Oh yeah, one last thing, I can give you a sneak preview of what else is to come. We just got our racks in. So we got the Prinsu racks and a Midland GMRS radio. So I'll have another video about that as well, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek of what's to come. Full videos to follow. One last look.